I'd like to introduce our last speaker for the first panel of today, and introducing Bishop Soan Patita, Cardinal Mafi.
Thank you, Joey. Ukolege pangape atau atap tope apa kemana apa itu. Catalonia Leitis Association. Honorable Low. Okay. Lay ahead. Though I realize we are slightly a little bit over lunchtime, Joey, but I thank everybody. We thank God we still have a nice cool air to keep us awake despite the time. But I would like also to extend my gratitude to thank Joey for the invitation and to be here and join the rest of the members of the Leiti, as well as other stakeholders who are here with us today. It's an honor, especially in a way, listening to the former speakers as they acknowledge the fact that church leaders should be here. In a way, it was it's so important for us church leaders and churches to involve in this whole dialogue about this very important issue of the concern that voiced by the Leiti. I organizers na ko ki amanaki maya ke setting ke I think I misunderstood or misinterpreted on my lack of experience. As I listened to my two former speakers, they prepare well their speeches in a nice written and even PowerPoint presentation. When I saw the letter of invitation, I looked at it. I would be one of the panel attendants, and so I was thinking of the more dialogue way, and with participants would be much more today, because I'm so convinced, as my other two speakers have mentioned in the beginning, but I know it's a very delicate issue. That's why not so many come today, either the weather or perhaps the public holiday yesterday or whatever reason. But I was also, as part of my expectation, or wrong expectation, with the people. But I admire the courage of Joey and the Leiti Association, despite of the arrows and the spears, as somehow expressed already by one of the speakers, or while we were at the morning tea time, that this issue of to talk about this, it used to be in a cloister before for Puli Pe. Pero tui pe hawia, kau pe aki, hesitant and here like o mai ahoni, ko we could issue ko. So therefore, as I said already, from Malai abito, kia Joey pe mo kurupu, pe mo lea, ahonga ko was for hapo. We have to do this. We have to move into come out to the open in a free way, talk it out. We issue dia link here so there is a Christian, very much a Christian aspect here. We is to do with the person, the created beings. And also, as I was listening to the Cardinal Mafi, and don't worry, Tonga Leiti, campaign I wish that's also why I wish there were so many here. Kanau whanau da ko foi ni te ko i campaign. And at the same time, so give a happy day to talk with passion, and not just a passion because there is a campaign behind it, but you talk passionately about a very, very essential topic, despite the fact that this key preparedness we hesitated all right. I firmly believe in what you said, that fear is a factor here. You know, when we have fear, you know, a lot of people say that the enemy of love is hate. But I don't think so. The greatest enemy of love is fear. Because fear will block you. Even fear can demean yourself, especially in not allowing the full capacity of what God and how He made us in His image, and above all, the image of love. So when we have doubt and even fear about it, that fact, not convinced about it, you break down everything. Nothing will move forward. Because of that, it's a mighty power. If we will find God what made us who we are, because that is the ultimate reality of God. It's love. I feel that we have to break it into shackles. So what you have attempted, Joey, is a big, daring, and fearful step. I was listening to you a bit of that in a radio program last night, was it yesterday? And I feel my heart inside and say, he was Joey, courageously, in the midst of our people, in such a very delicate issue, of get people at ease with. And you were there, and I was listening to answering, despite the little thing, you hesitated a little bit in the conclusion. But again, when natulay oil issue going. So I congratulate you. They question it. I get discouraged. But that's all part of the fear. That fear factor, fear complex, somehow has to be unwind in a gentle way, but courageous way. So what I'm saying here, I thank you for Amarope, Kikamai. O Moya Pedro, I Lea Toptafo, Tagola Ashe Noisiasi. And I feel to myself, as I was saying, it's good. It's good for us to hear it. Because the church is being in a persecution way today for the refinement of it, I would say. We're in a crisis, financially and so on. But there is an ultimate crisis, personally, it's a crisis of faith. And the crisis of faith is go together with a purification. And so fitting at this time of so-called Advent time is a time for renewal. So, even as I was listening to the first talk by our brother Leo, and he was leading us for a later discussion on this importance of have to change our perception, change the way we think, because often our way of thinking would lead us to the way we behave. And as he was hammering home that concept of change, to change our mind, and frighteningly, frighteningly, looking at the statistic, or atamai ko pa we president for tolu is okay this all the fundamental. That's an eye-opening call. Okay, fihala yang kau in this context, I go for perception. Then I said to myself, "Oh, more than about way of thinking." But as Leo Ponoa was telling us that in his first talk with the main point of the perception of Taukakai, Leiti, the Leo Moilifia, again from Mafi, Toketa, the word from the church perspective is that theme of this Advent time. We live we can change, we get everything go sinful as we are, weak as we are, as church, conversion. If we live repentance. And yesterday we gathered in Pangailan, and that was our first topic. If we live as you see, it's a consistent theme. I make up because it's still human weak person. I gonna pave the way of the Lord. To pave that way was John the Baptist's theme of repentance. So that's why Upamai yesterday was kind of a move with that message to Tonga. And that it will change our way of thinking. It is God who makes things new. If we come close to the attraction of His light, it will change and renew, starting with our perception. And well, it's easy said and done. It's a journey. So this is part of the journey. I like to bring the point here. Is this step of this consultation. This room being used to a lot of consultations, economic-wise, political-wise, so forth. You're daring to put this consultation in such a topic that has to come out from the cloister. I congratulate it. I salute it. Because this is the only way where everybody could listen. And as I said at the beginning, I was a little bit apologetic to look at that so few. But I look at these two instruments here, one TV there, now it's moving to the corner here. Then I said, oh, perhaps the advantage of this will be later on podcast. I'm not going to pay live. But as I said, I don't want to go back to that. Mahabi to have a best for work, go to the list of the puppies. Kapag fama ko tabi consultation ni ikanya tao kakaya. So we on for keep on. Muy yan tu pe. Mo ni abde pe ngai le ko ni honi fai me ko ni mau to. Ana to ana kia sia ana walk Australia. The church bang on his knees to accept she is sinful. Dako apologize kapane yai. I boarding school as you see. I hope I'm going to Fanong Kia. Then I Fanong Kifeko Fayako, they fake Puriako, they fake. I apologize. That's what's going on in the world today. The church is in a testing moment. But Jesus is human. Because she has seen him all. Because she has seen him come to it, it's us. So this issue is ours. So keep on calling our people in Tonga. The truth will set us free. And while I'm talking about that, I think of my shepherd, because that is the topic on my gown. The bear of Area. Good shepherd. Inclusion of Leitis in Tonga. When I saw Good Shepherd, I thought of the Holy Father, Pope Francis. When had Good Shepherd, he's weak. Not everybody is happy with Pope Francis, of course. Like I thought of the two synods in the last two synods, I was in Rome. Like I'm not going to who am I to judge? And I'm going to expect like Pope Francis to go beyond. Mahalo pe, kung never synod, I'm going to see a dialogue. People keep on reaching out and face them. What they won't know from with me, reach out to the sheep, he says, and even to smell sheep. I have a point from Mother Lucias. Reach out and listen. Oh, I fear out my God, Francisco de Talamay. Because even the church is bruised, defeated, and smelly. Because she goes out right to the very people going, tapa. Tau te whitaka na tau pe marginalized. That's why I really feel for you, Joey. If I give half my Joey, I'll pay you. I'm going to move it to the main office. Come here. Joey, I can't go. I get a gift and go out and go at the Takilon. But they're not that. I go to power with a But I thought twice, I said to myself, this is where the church is supposed to be. The outskirts, you can see Kakai go, Tangi, and if I got it up, baby, Malanga, baby, Malanga can pay me with the Malanga follow. And if I challenge to the Mambo, but when they're one going to Kakai and go for what they are. But when get you on like that, hope they see me win a better. You know, when I grew up in the school, someone was saying, some people were saying, Cardinal Leiti, me call to like Catholic. I from my family to laugh. But then, morning, you know, how I defend you for there. I know that I mean. Because, you know, in our church, we don't hide. We are very outgoing church. We are flexible. We are different. So, John, what church do you belong to? I am But there's nothing to fear. Jesus, I think it's prime time to sit and face up with the marginalized. That's what Pope Francis is saying to me and to other Epigo Boy and Cardinal. Don't be afraid. Keep the dialogue, the bridge, two-way discuss, because when you listen to them, it may be a different story that perhaps will change your perception and your mind and your feeling than from you're just aloof and away, or read doctrines, or look at books. You have to face it, flesh and blood. Look at the eyes of your people. You know, there is like a proverb in one of the African continents. Look at the tiger in the eye. If the tiger snarls and look at you, don't run away, because when you run, he will follow you. Stop. And for Africans, look at the eye. Keep staring as the tiger stares, then he will slowly melt and withdraw. This is the eye of the tiger, because we look at it with the eyes. I forgot this is not a church. The crucifix. It is the eyes of the Lord reaches out to people. That is the eyes what they want to do. That is the perception that the church need to have in reading the signs of the time. That is what Pope Francis is willing that his church has there. Not to be afraid, not to make labels and hesitate and limited to label or slogans of these things. It has to be the love of God. That is the perspective. Look at it. And even to share the cross with the one sitting in front of you. That cross will be a losing opportunity if you are aloof, church. Keep away. And even use the Bible to cut you off from reaching out to them. As Orpha was frequently mentioning the church, and I was saying, perhaps some individuals using the good book, the book of love, use that perhaps to defend or even to oppose of something. It's just his or her projection of fear and not love. So I'm just sharing something in general where the stance of the church is supposed to be. She's still learning, but she learned together together with his flock. I know this issue, that's why I was just waiting and listening to the doctor, or from the medical perspective. I know it's an ongoing debate. But on can make up. Perhaps you will unpick what's made. Of course, there is another aspect, how you think, or how you feel, and how or what you act. Debate masia-sia, fatahape mo faalaka psychologia, na contribution of mine, ke complexity ko na for mystery ko we ko tangat. We are somehow a mysterious being. So that ongoing discernment of who we really are has to be kept alive. Because if we are the image of God, who is mystery, no wonder we are mysterious. Okay, mysterious pero fumari kay Filipe yang tao e fano e no fu ama tanatao siyo no mari kay biya pe element okay. And how much bigger a mystery ko o Joey mo as. But it's not something for us to surrender it and back off. The church has to accompany them. That's a key word. Keep accompanying them. Walk with them. Talk with them. Okay, I believe I don't know my interview Pope Francis. Okay. Again. What do you think? I gave my fair and I don't make an improvement on that. I keep my half of it. If I remember. Famatala, I know you know, Hero Page or update the guy. But the I'll be a website to move there, like cookie pies. Can I die where I program it? Can I be happy if from old enough aggressive, where you want to let area? Can we for fright for a movement, little back me movie? Malopin, my good sponsor. We had a good talk with Christopher, we had a good chat, thank you for the sponsorship, which is very important. So anyway, the Holy Father was saying, as long as they come and generally sit together in dialogue and talk about it, remind me of a friend, Bosco, who cannot keep very of it. Keep the one out before Kiai. And keep the one, I go to fight up the Laga with me. Over the dialogue, this is something that's missing. I'm glad I heard the Leo Lucky. Firma kita ano po ini, apa mau dipatah kalau tak tu, ada jenis memang isu masa, tapi biar the tahu semua ini yang minister. No, then because has to continue talk tahu. Kayak tu boleh ikut memang main dia tu tahu apa. Just tu biar ni firma, tahu apa mau tak lo. Kawan dia hesitant pero mai tahu apa. It's something we have to do. Mama ni brother. So we need that ongoing but not in a hostile way. Fai before that is as you can pick off about but if okay I'm making TV ko na movement ka fa ilo sabe ko abe mahal to abe por esa. Jesus always loved sitting. That's quite fitting with the Tongan thing for life. So I thank you all. May I be before when I go to the toilet, we talk to keep it hot. Oh, I see. Like the thing for now, let it open. But they let it out. I met no Tonga Leiti. One time came to Tonga. And we were having lunch, I think, in Basilica. And then he noticed that Joe, we when they call Leitis, he fana may. Are they going to church? I presume so, secondly with Joey. So, aware here. So why I mentioned that is, I'm going to feel like I'm now cooking, now specialization in cooking. Let them come in. Yeah, that's one way the church will encourage. Kau tak pernah tahu apa nama tolong ai farikai oi lo pau ke kau ha tu lain dah juga mau tolong. Kau ia farikai mama dia lo lagu okey pe individual. Ngawe aku kau farikai. Fakamata la don't be afraid. Reach out to them. Have you sit down talo no me kau na ko no fopeo ka matong pe mama o judgmental. Reach out. This is what really is missing. And praise talk o talano. Whakamata accepting. Whakadami mai si other stakeholders. Hindi nga wala for no fight. Tako nga nung encourage mo talenti mo. So we all each ours. Kapag ito pikin lahi ito nga ni. Kaya kailangan yan siya sito ko tayo. Alis tayo may pera may siya ng kabulaw. No. Each ours. Pag-i-issue ay kaya kapolisi. Kasi solution ito magkapto kaya ka. Iyo ka pa bile wala tayo ko talaga siya. Asay kaya katamtamu tupe. Kaya kaya tayo tayo ko tafituan. Kaya ko faranda. Itapad ko kakaya itapad daw. That's why the approach to me is always important, Joe. It's the way. O tatawin ito ko han. Kung kakaya na rin gama with atamay relay. The time of the way we present our atamay relay conviction to something, it hurts and it bounces back. Put it in a nice way. Kung mga females yan sila, ito mercy. Ay na ito yosi. Kung kaway be tender. Huwag kung lacking in tenderness ito nga. Ay kamatay ay api. Tayo na yung stay with the kaway fun. Eventually, I used to go to a neighbor, it's a Chinese shop, and I often just go there and buy a newspaper or something. And often, when the school breaks come, I like observing the kids' way they speak to the Chinese owners. Rough. Silent. Come on, silent. And I said, where is this from? It's the common family. There's no tenderness, no respect. And no wonder they are doing that to you. Lady. But Tonga, we should know, is gentle, the friendly island. That's I speak of it because that's part of my job as a shepherd to talaga ikaw pa be gentle. Don't be scared and quick to react. But quick to be Christ-like. But we live in a more look. Follow along. Our current, everything is superficial and bad. And we become a noisy gong. Doesn't touch people's heart. No wonder they don't convert. No wonder. Often then they're expecting more from the church, but they don't see. It's a crisis also in the church of faith, of conversion, of repentance, of life. If I'm a relator, if one pay love for them, Mama educate. He's a key word to it. They like to be educated. Forward, we all said that. We just finished the academic graduation of our school. It's all about it. I said to myself, there is another waiting for you, young ones. It's the so-called informal education. This is somehow it's the formal education. The informal one is to do with human formation. Form how to respect, to be honest, to be loving. Video, TV, we are in a difficult, that's my last point before I start. We are in an environment so, Mama, yeah, this is where we are. Everything goes. People can breastfeed and they watch anything they like to watch. Like it or not, this is the world. The church has to play a part to discern, to be strict in what to watch. Kaya Mama niya bigoto. As though he said, surrender. And I said, no way. The church persecute people allow you to why we have them. But someone has to be a beacon of drawing the line in our world. Otherwise, we go back to Papel. At hiki hacket democracy. And that's perhaps the best system. I never, again, I want a free line of family. I don't want to wait for communism. I never pay you better life. Okay, we do a membership. When the fool I go to bed when first speak the fool. His ruler has to be, as I say, dialogue. Reach out. Then I don't go to France. Now go fool just we can more of. But the ruler has to be there. Democratic. untuk lula forma principal and content democratic, take over personality, popular vote, popular opinion. Where is the ethic? That is where it's supposed to be. The ethic side. This is a concern of the church. We are weak. We all can be learning, because we are all creatures made in the image of God.